When you were writing like that album, did you have a sense that everything was about to change? Because I feel like that, like September 11, I mean, it came out a week before. I feel like for me, my experience of the world, the entire energy of the world shifted after that to this cult of fear. Like something happened in us collectively that was quite profound. That's just my experience. I don't know if that was how anyone else felt, but yeah.
I'm not sure any of us had a premonition of how things would have changed while we were recording the record, but I can tell you that that first week of release, which coincided with September 11, 2001, was the most like crazy stressful time probably of our lives as a band. So, my favorite question is, Toxicity is your biggest record. How did it feel when you released it? I'm like, horrible. That's my answer. Horrible.
You have to go explain it to how it's done.
It was like worst experience ever. Like I remember when we released it, I had written a statement called Understanding Oil, which is still available online, which was a response to understanding the kind of, the terrorist attacks that had transpired against the World Trade Center in New York and all of that. And, the contribution of 50 years of American foreign policy to some of that stuff going on, just trying to understand all of it as an American, as, because we were all in this weird disbelief matched with fear and, daily announcements of further terrorist attacks. Meanwhile, we're on tour, which is horrible because at that point, first of all, there's the, code red, code orange of terrorist attacks against large, congregations basically. And we were in front of, I don't know, 10, 20,000 people a night. And then there were the people that were calling me traitor because of my statements. So there was that threat multiplied by the other threat, all while we're on tour. So it was, it was interesting times. Interesting.
That's pretty wild to actually put something out in the world that has that kind of level of reaction, it's a pretty significant thing to be a part of the culture and in that level where you're actually, I mean, not to say that all connection and response is good connection, because that's not true, but those songs hold a special place in a lot of people's hearts. Like, do you ever think it's nuts? You've literally made songs that people have been listening to for 20 years and have gotten them through hard times. Like, is that a spin out ever? Like, what's a song that people come to you about and say, this is my...
People scare the shit out of me and they yell, wake up behind me, like somewhere wherever in public. Wake up. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, really? Like, wow. I'm glad you're excited, but don't do that. I get that a lot. But it is very intriguing. It's the biggest compliment in the world to start with, that anyone would listen to your music. And to me, the best thing to see is multi-generational kind of listeners, like a father with a son, or a grandfather with a father, which is happening as we get older, and just seeing that is so fucking beautiful. It's so beautiful.
How nuts.
And it's the biggest compliment. But I think it's amazing that we've kind of been able to sneak into that world of, because generally memorable songs like Beatles songs are very much poppy type of music. And for us to have that kind of memorable transmission or penetration through people's psyche for this many decades, I think is incredible.